we wrapping
Yeah,
it
what
up?
did we just talk about right before I asked Tom that question that didn't have to be on there? What were we just talking about? It was basketball, but anything else? Oh, it was about the gelling.
Yeah.
The gelling together.
We're gelling.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go back now. All right, good. So best of luck.
Sorry.
Live in front of a studio audience. It's the Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickett. The good guy to know, the co-host, Dan Berg. You're Dan today.
Okay.
Daniel last week, Dan today. Maybe it'll be Dan next week. Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Dan Berg.
Dan Berg.
Yes.
I have a friend of mine's kids call me Dan Berg.
Okay.
Like that's my name.
Dan Berg.
It's Dan Berg.
like that
Ellis
too.
and Quinn Munley.
Dan Berg.
So they'll say, hey, look who it is. We'll FaceTime. They'll be like, oh, Dan Berg. And then they'll see Amanda and say, hey, Amanda. And they're like, well, you know it's not. So it's not Amanda Berg. It's like, no. Like my name is Dan Berg.
Dan Berg.
Yeah, it's just Dan Berg. That's
right.
it.
We'll
It's
go
one
with that
name.
too.
And we're going to continue that until we get
Can
older.
Tom put on the bottom, I know it's extra work, a capital uppercase D, A, and keep the lowercase b all one. D-A-N-B-E-R-G.
And it'll be
Dan
a
Berg.
shout out to Quinn and Ellis Munley.
Dan Berg.
But yeah, it's Dan Berg.
Yes.
And it'll be fitting because their mother actually works here now. Lindsay Munley started working here in academic affairs
That'd
recently.
be perfect then.
See, we're stretching out to the Lackawanna community.
We love everybody.
But Dan Berg, yeah,
Dan Berg.
it's all one.
Beautiful. I like it. I like
And you
it.
can still be Mike.
Mike.
No, we're just voice.
Or the voice.
Yeah.
My friends call me Rick.
Do they really?
Without the C. R-I-K.
Oh.
Fancy, isn't it? I'm such a fancy guy.
We both are.
The problem is I have like one friend, so I
He's
don't
the
even.
one that says Rick?
Yeah, so I don't even hear
At
it.
least you know who
I
it
don't hear
is.
it anymore. Yeah, so if I hear Rick, then I know it's like, hey, it's my one friend.
Yeah.
You know, I like it like that. Though I don't want.
Less is more.
We just talked about how less is more. Better is better. Less is more.
Right.
Yes. So
More
one
does
friend
not
is
need better.
One friend is plenty. I have a
Yeah.
friend. I have a running buddy. Pfft, that's enough.
Co-host.
And the co-host.
That's it?
You're not a friend.
No.
No, you're my best friend. All right, so we got to talk football.
Yes.
All right,
that's the only thing that went on.
Yes, so we had Sussex come down this past Saturday and came out with a 52-0 victory.
Yeah.
So I know Coach Duda wanted momentum going into this big week. So I think he's got it.
Yeah, parents' weekend / homecoming weekend. It was a miserable, rainy weekend, but
The rain held off.
during the game,
Yes.
and it was great, you know. But
It was perfect football weather.
It
Was a little overcast, cool, not hot, not warm. Just, you know, it was perfect football weather.
fall football
For October
in-
30th, it
in-
was nice.
in Northeast Pennsylvania. But it was great to recognize the graduating athletes
Yep.
and their families who were able to attend, and huge win.
Yep.
You know, in getting ready for snow.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're new. Sussex is a new program, but you know they're really doing things right.
Right.
By continuing to play.
Yeah.
It's easy to just say, oh, you know what, but no. John
they were-
Kuntz does a
and-
great job there, making sure that they
Yep.
have.
And
it,
they were
so.
and they were competitive. They didn't go
Yeah.
down there and fold. You know, they competed, but you know, our guys played really, really hard. And Bill Hackett, our Lackawanna College Falcon Athlete of the Week,
Yeah.
was all over the field defensively and on special teams, blocked some punts, knocking down
Fumbles.
passes, recovering
Right.
fumbles, stripping fumbles. You know, so well-deserved honor for him.
Yeah.
So I know he's hoping he could carry that performance over to Snow College out in Utah.
They're this weekend.
Yes.
Heading out. We're not busting it. They're going to fly.
Yes, and my concern with that is with the airline situation across the country that hopefully they get there. No, they have no hiccups on their way out there.
I hope so too.
Mm-hmm.
I recently made sure that our fearless leader, Mr. Larson, will be able to be in attendance out there. We booked him on American Airlines, and the next day they canceled 2,000 flights. His was not one of them because it was
good.
over the weekend, but
Good.
he's on pace to get out there and
good.
flying out of good old Avoca into Salt Lake City. going out there.
He'll have a nice
the
trip.
Big man on campus out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully American doesn't strand him out there, because I know this is a big weekend for him back at home.
Yes, so he's got to get out and back.
He does. But to go out and compete against Snow, what are they ranked? Third?
I think they're 5.
Fourth.
Fourth
we were
now.
both wrong.
Fourth.
All right, Tom's chiming in.
Well, in the middle.
Right.
You said 3?
I said 3.
I said 5. Then
so
it's
we
4.
go with the average, and that's where Tom can come in.
Right.
So I think to be able to compete against the team, hopefully, showcase really what Lackawanna football is all about, and if they get a W over Snow, it'll put them back at the national spotlight.
Yep.
With hard to not recognize how good that we really truly are.
Right. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Snow has a big time recruit at defensive back, so I'm looking forward to him going up against our numerous wide receivers, especially Colby Young, who we all think could be a Power 5 wide receiver down the road. So he hasn't caught a lot of balls this season, but it seems like everything he catches is for a touchdown.
Right.
So he uses that size advantage. So I'm really looking forward to that matchup with our receivers and their defensive backs. To see how Barry could operate and try to find the open guy, and hopefully our guys can make a play.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And are they streaming it?
Snow does stream. I know Tom has said that he'll put out the link to that.
Okay.
I think we just got to be careful that the pole will be in the way of the stream out in Snow. I remember in 2019 that there was a pole in the way.
They will stream. They usually have it on their YouTube channel. We'll have that on LackawanaFalcons.com. Yes, they have a tent normally with their camera, and I think in 2019 it could only go so far before the tent pole was kind of there, but. We'll see if that that also makes an appearance. But Snow does a great job getting all the stats and video and everything. So they do a great job.
Yes, they're a first class organization.
You run it the right way. Yeah. And I think that's what drew each of us together to be able to compete at the national level 2 years ago. And a lot of respect between the programs.
Of course.
So I think that's awesome. But I would be remiss. I got to watch our live stream against Sussex last week with touchdown Tom Ferguson, the man, the myth, the legend, and John Mendola.
Yes.
And just hearing you guys do the game, play-by-play in color, was awesome. And it was, and the camera, I don't know, you're watching big-time football in the confines of your own home in Dixon, being played in Scranton, and even the broadcast component of it is top-notch. And yes, I'm a homer for saying that, but I also got a lot of friends to chime in and watch it. And I know that other college coaches can refer back to that,
it's
and
so easy
the quality's there.
wise.
You're not guessing who's what number.
Right.
So it's a great job. So.
And speaking of, John Mendola needs a nickname.
Yeah, he gives them out to everybody else.
Yeah, he needs something. I might see him this weekend. If I do, I'm going to throw that at him.
All right. Maybe we'll just send him a message and see what he wants to be called.
Maybe we'll just
kind of like Bill Hackett. We're going to call him Will or Thriller.
Yeah.
Bill the Thrill.
Yeah. Maybe we'll call John something. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But
side note on John. His daughter is doing an incredible senior season at Wilkes-Barre area in soccer.
Good.
Just killing it.
Yes, I've heard him talk about.
As the soccer guy.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about.
Maybe we can get her to come here. No pressure. Coach Tweedy, get in touch with John Mendola and reach out.
And if I see him this weekend, then maybe I'll ask him about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already got his foot in the door here.
Sure.
Kind of an employee.
Kind of. And then he could broadcast soccer games.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
And we love win-wins.
We love winning.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
But best of luck to football, all of our guys, more importantly, safe travels.
Yes.
Getting out to Utah okay, and hopefully they have no travel hiccups with cancellations.
Correct.
And then of course we wish the boss his safe travels out and back, to make sure everything is running smoothly. So big weekend, make sure you catch that game on YouTube. Yeah. Very excited for it. Can you see I'm cold. That's why I'm all cuddled up here.
Starting to force you to wear pants.
No, but
not until December.
At least until December, yes.
Love it.
But I'm excited for the guys. I know they're looking forward to it. I was hoping to make the trip out, but I had some family things come up, so I'm not going to be able to get out there. But it'll be a great weekend for them to really play on a national stage. It's a national stage at junior college level. I would say this is it. So yep. Yeah. And then nothing else is really going on. Still some scrimmages. I know the men's scrimmaged a little bit since our last show, but they open up their schedule this Thursday here at the student union.
They do.
The historic student union.
Against Penn State Hazleton.
Yes.
7 p.m. tip-off, ready to go.
Yes.
The gym's looking great. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
We're waiting on our new sideline scores table. Hopefully being delivered what would be Wednesday/today if you're watching this.
All right.
Maybe by Thursday morning so we could have it up and running.
Hopefully. If not, the 8-foot tables that we have connected together with that
still works.
Banner
still puts the score on the table or on the scoreboard.
I was away at a scrimmage, a college scrimmage this weekend, and I mentioned to my flower, Mrs. Voice of the Falcons, that we're getting a scores table like that, and she's like, you already don't have one, so she doesn't even know that it's just a folding tables with a
how
banner
good it
wrapped
is.
around.
That's how incredible we make it look.
Yes.
2 folding tables, a little gap, nice banner. Doesn't even know any different. Makes you wonder why we're getting a new scores table.
Oh, there's a lot of reasons why we're getting a new scoring table, but I know Coach Gabriel
start getting some fundraising dollars in, some advertising space.
Yep.
Riverfront Sports, we're coming for you, and everybody else, maybe even Enterprise.
Wow.
Just gave them publicity.
Exactly.
Wyoming Avenue location, Shane Gavrish.
That's all it takes. We'll get you on the show.
We'll get you on the show, that's it.
Beautiful.
And we can put you on the new scoreboard.
That's even better.
I think it'd be great to see Enterprise, Riverfront Sports, Joe Paparelli's face.
Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
Scanning through. We could do the staff photos. We could have some fun with it.
Just Joe's face is enough.
I mean, I'll mention it. I won't have anything to do with it because I can't do that stuff, but that's where Eric and Tom come in.
Yes, exactly. So we can, again, mention it and stuff too. But I know Coach Gabriel is excited to get the guys, regular season off to a start. I know the guys are ready. We worked them out yesterday, and they'll be back in the weight room again, one more time before they play Thursday. But, looking forward to get them out onto the floor and get the season started 1-0.
I hope so. They had great scrimmage against Lock Haven last week as well. Coach Gabriel said, he's got a full year under his, like a full year that they battled through last year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them as long as the guys
if you're really looking forward
healthy.
to hearing about Coach Gabriel and the guys and some of the guys, I know that our interviews during
Media Day?
Yes, should be coming out soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And I'm sure you're going to talk about that cohesiveness like that. That's it. All in.
That's all we talked about.
Is it?
Yes. No. I don't actually, it was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what we talked about.
I just remember you thought that they were the women's team.
Yes.
Women's team.
I don't remember what we talked about. That's why I am looking forward to seeing exactly what I asked on those interviews. And then we have to just take a pause for 1 second. Tom, are we having an interview for Athlete of the Week? Are we talking
yes,
to Bill?
actually, we're talking. I don't think we'll get Bill on this week, but we'll get. We have Harold O'Neill, who we needed from last week, and we got Delvin Palmer.
All right, they're going to be on. Okay.
Wow,
all right,
it's going to be a nice long show.
So best of luck to our Falcons. Coach Gabriel.
Taking flight on Thursday night.
Yeah, and we can't, again, forget about Coach Fallon, Coach Gabriel's assistant.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the whole Fallon-Gabriel family, in attendance. I know they really wanted to get out there last year for some games and couldn't. I know they were in attendance at the scrimmage, so I'm expecting a really nice crowd on Thursday.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of Gabriels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, hopefully a nice crowd.
Yeah.
And if you can't watch here at the Union, you can check it on the LC Fan Network on our YouTube channel. So let's take a break because we got some catching up to do with interviews. So we got Delvin and Harold O'Neill, our past 2 Athletes of the Week, doing an interview with Tom, and then we'll come back and wrap this whole bad boy up.
I like to wrap it up.
We'll wrap it
sounds
up.
Good.
We'll wrap it up. Gel.
In.
Beautiful. We'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director, and we're talking with our Athletes of the Week, catching up on the last few that we haven't been able to get to. And we've got Harold O'Neill, linebacker from the Lackawanna football team, joining us here. Harold, thanks so much for joining us, man.
No problem.
Let's talk about the game that got you Athlete of the Week. 6 tackles, team high against Hocking. Felt like that was a game that you guys kind of needed to get a little momentum again. Coming off what was a tough loss to Monroe, you had kind of a week to think about it. Yeah. How big was that to get back in the win column?
Like we lost to Monroe, so it was like more so, especially in overtime. So it was like we had like a get back advantage for Hocking.
Yeah.
So it was like we had to turn it up.
And that's kind of what happened. It felt like defensively, that was one of the better games you guys have played so far this year. I know you guys have faced some tough offenses this year. It's been maybe a little different than what you guys were expecting, but you forced 8 punts against Hocking. You really held down the rushing attack from them. Did it feel like things were starting to click a little more defensively in that game?
Yeah, we felt like ourselves. Yeah, it was more so like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like black flag defense.
Which is what you guys want to be, right? You want to be aggressive.
We had to set the tone again, let them know like we back.
You're back. And that's kind of how I've noticed you're playing at linebacker, is that's kind of your role is to kind of set that tone. Is that right? Is that kind of what you do?
Yeah, I got to set the tone for the D-line and the linebackers.
And you're one of the leaders defensively for this team. Right. So how do you keep yourself motivated to play at that high level that you can?
More so like I depend on my brothers. Like when we out there, like I depend on them. So if they doing it right, I'm gonna do it right.
And how do you kind of use that to keep your brothers in check, to keep your teammates in check too? Because as a leader, that's something you have to do, right?
At the end of the day, we all got a goal, and that's to get out. We can't perform poor and get out. Like we gotta perform great every time.
Right.
Especially right now, what we in.
Right.
So it's like we got a ball every game.
Right.
So that's what I let them know when we out there. Like we got a ball.
Right.
Like no time for mistakes.
Right. Of course, we're getting towards the end of the season, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I do want to look back on. It always comes back to my mind, at least it's always gonna come back to my mind when I look back on this season. Was that game at Army? First time a lot of you guys were playing in like a Division I stadium like that. And to have a game like that, what was that like to even just participate, even just be a part of?
Playing in that stadium, it had me like turned up. Like that's what we want to play at D1.
Yeah.
So playing in that stadium had me like gone. Like I was in my mode.
And then, I know you guys were on the field for a lot of that game because that's how Army plays. But so you must have been tired afterwards. But
we prepared all week for it though. Like they just like to run the ball. So we stopped the run. There's nothing they can do.
Is there a part of you that was like, tired? I'm tired. I really need to get off the field. But the other part, obviously, you want to be out there. You want to be playing, right?
Mean, you want to be out there. It ain't no tired. You gotta go. Like you gotta go.
And then to have it end the way it did, that obviously was exciting. I mean, what does that do for you guys defensively when you see your offense winning games like that, or even scoring the way they have? How well they've played so far this year.
It showed that like we can fight through adversity, because if we scored, they were scoring too.
Yeah.
So like once we stopped them at a point in time in the fourth quarter, and offense came through and scored, like Kobe when he caught the touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned us up.
Well, I remember specifically, I think it was just after the interception.
Yeah.
Army gets to the one, they score. Mm-hmm. I think they go up by like 11 at that point. I don't know if it was you specifically. It was either you or one of your other defensive teammates were like, "This is not over." It was like 6.5 minutes left.
I think it was one out. It was all of us for real, but I can't remember who it was.
It was like, but this is not over. And I think that speaks to the heart that you guys play with too, because there's a lot of teams that, good or bad, might have folded in that situation.
That was more so like an adversity game, like playing against them guys at a D1 level in the stadium and stuff. Yeah.
We're talking with Harold O'Neal here, a linebacker for the Lackawanna College Falcons football team. So let's get to know you a little bit, Harold. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what brought you to Lackawanna College? What was it when you came here? You were kind of settled on, okay, this is where I can do my thing.
Like when I came out of high school, like I ain't really had like no offers I wanted, so I was gonna take the prep school route, so I won't lose no years of eligibility. Mm-hmm. But COVID happened, so it's like, it's either I'm going to wait the next fall to go to prep or go to JUCO and lose a year eligibility. So I chose to come here.
You chose this. So what was it about Lackawanna that you were like, okay, this is where I can do my thing?
Like it was still in PA, so I still wanted to play in PA.
Yeah.
My head coach Coach Cal from Harrisburg, PA. He know Coach Duda. Mm-hmm. So like he like sent the word for me, and I just had to follow through.
Yeah. For real. And then you came here, and obviously the rest is history for now. What's it been like this year, post-COVID, if you will? You guys had a weird spring season, and then it's not 100% back to normal, but for the most part, it's kind of somewhat normal. What's it been like this year, kind of competing in the fall again?
I mean, it's more so better. You know, this is my first fall season, so
Right.
it's like I'm seeing new things, I'm learning new things, but I also adapting to it quick though.
Yeah.
So it's like it ain't nothing for real. Once I got my foot in and got used to it, it was over with.
So what's your goal, your plans moving forward? Is it to continue football on another level, obviously? And
right now, I'm just trying to like focus on these last 4 games, determine like what we gonna do. Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to ball and then play at the highest level.
Yeah.
Get my AA in May and then move forward.
And what are you pursuing in college too?
As far as like major.
Yeah.
Business studies.
Business studies. What do you want to do with that? Do you know yet?
I want to have like a trucking company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like logistics and shipping and all that, which is obviously that's a big concern right now with everything. So that's pretty lucrative too. Is that something that interests you, like kind of that infrastructure side?
It's more so like, how can I put it? It's more so like a family thing. So like as I'm watching it, as I'm growing up, that's what I want to do once I get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
Feel me?
That's really cool. All right. So let's talk about here on campus. You need something to eat. You're going to the CAF. What's your go-to?
What's my go-to?
Yeah.
Everything. I'm gonna get everything.
No, there's no favorites or anything. It's just whatever's there.
Yeah, whatever's there, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. All right. Non-discriminatory in that sense. It doesn't matter.
Nah.
What about off campus here in Scranton? Have you been around to any place? Is there any place you kind of rely on?
I more so be chilling though. I eat out the cab.
Okay.
If I want to eat out, like me and the team, like we'll go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Okay. All right.
Sit down and eat.
What do you guys do? I know football and school obviously take up a lot of your time. When you're trying to unwind, you're trying to relax in your free time, what do you do to do that?
We be chilling, like playing a game. They might go play basketball. I might go watch because I don't play basketball.
No?
Nah.
Is that a personal decision?
Yeah,
or?
I don't play basketball.
Don't want to inflict that on anybody?
I don't know how to play basketball. They play basketball. I don't know.
You're more the coach role in that sense.
I just chill back and watch.
What about pregame? Everyone's got a routine. Yeah. Everyone's got kind of, do you have a superstition? Do you have something you have to do before the game? Anything like that?
No, I wake up and pray before every game. Mm-hmm. Like, just pray like we make it through the game.
Yeah.
For real, and leave with a dub. So that's my go-to every morning. I listen to my music.
What's your music?
NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it though. As long as I pray, get my music on, and I eat something, I'm good to go.
What are you eating? Anything that's specific on game day, or?
I like eating eggs in the morning.
Okay.
I need like 2 of them.
Okay. Gives you that energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs and like oatmeal or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So Sussex coming up this weekend. Obviously you guys want to get a win.
Yeah.
Keep that momentum rolling.
Yeah.
And then because it's a big finish to the season too, because you got out at Snow in Utah next weekend, and you got Georgia Military on the road and Nassau too. I mean, those are 3 pretty tough opponents. What's kind of your goal for the last 4 games of the season?
Get through every game, like take one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for real, like can't nobody beat us but ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta take each game, like it's our last. Play hard, play physical, play smart, and just do what we can do. What we know we can do.
Yeah.
And then go out there and ball.
Yep. It's going to be an interesting end of the season. As we mentioned, Sussex, the home game this weekend, the final home game of the year, and hopefully weather holds out. We get a decent crowd on hand too.
Yes,
That's what we're hoping for. And then some big road games to close out the year. But Harold, we appreciate your time, man. Good to talk to you.
Yes,
Good luck this weekend. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll
certainly
be in touch, and we'll be back with more Athlete of the Week interviews. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yes, sir.
Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director for Lackawanna College. We're still catching up with all our Athletes of the Week here at Lackawanna College, joined by another one of our football players, Delvin Palmer, wide receiver for the Lackawanna College Falcons. And Delvin won Athlete of the Week a couple weeks ago. And I know it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but it was an amazing game between you guys and Monroe. at Scranton High School a couple weeks ago. I mean, result aside, I know that was a tough one for you guys. Just that atmosphere, having that kind of game, going back and forth with another team, that had to be exciting for you, especially as an offensive player.
Yeah.
Just seeing that offense back and forth, getting a chance to go out there, have to answer with a score and doing so, that was a big deal for you guys, right?
Yeah, it made the game better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as an offensive player, sure, you want your defense to make some stops,
Right.
but you like seeing points go up on the board, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're Athlete of the Week from a few weeks ago. You had that performance against Monroe. You caught that touchdown late in the game that kind of gave you guys the lead, and the fourth quarter was a great game, obviously, that went to overtime. This past week was a little better of a result for you guys against Hawking. You got back in the win column with that one. How big was it for you guys to get that win, to kind of right the ship, if you will, after the loss?
It was a big win. It gets us to get our confidence back up, keep pushing on, one game at a time.
Well, that's kind of what you have to do now at this point, right? Is just kind of focus on one game at a time. You've got Sussex coming up this weekend. You've got those big 3 road games towards the end of the year, but your focus really just has to be on who's in front of you right now,
Yes,
right?
Sir.
How does it really feels like the offense has really clicked for you guys this year? You've got a good rapport with Barry. It seems like you guys got a real solid group of receivers. What is it that's just working for you guys?
We just got some good athletes. It's all over the board. Everybody can do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once you gotta get the ball in the playmaker's hands, they make it happen.
Yeah.
So everybody and every group is just good enough to do that. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, you and Barry seem to have really developed a good chemistry, good understanding for each other. You beat everybody downfield, and he throws them up to you, and you run underneath it. How does that what's your relationship like with him? How does that translate out onto the field with you guys?
We just got a good bond. he puts it out there, and I just go get it.
Well, how much easier does it make it for you, the way he throws the football? How much is that easy? Is it a good luxury to have?
Yeah, I love the way he throw the ball. Just put it out there and let me go get it. Yeah.
Well, they put you in space too, to do what you do best,
Yeah.
right? And then,
Coaches, yeah.
And they put you in opportunities to do that and get you the ball in open field, and then you can do your thing.
Yes, sir.
And make people miss and whatnot. I also love the tandem of you and Cohen too, as kind of the return guys. Do you guys push each other, motivate each other to get better every day?
Yeah, we definitely push each other every day. Like every game, we push each other next one. Like, let's go get this one. Like, let's go. Yeah.
What's it like for you knowing that you both can change a game just like that? He did it against Army against Iowa Central. He had that return for a touchdown. You guys had some big returns already this year. What's it like knowing that can happen at any time?
Man, just like I said, we got good athletes, so it ain't nothing less that I could think.
Yeah.
Like once he touched the ball, I know some positive coming. Like
yeah.
No doubt in my mind. Like I know something coming good. I just be knowing.
Who's faster, you or Cohen?
I don't know.
You could be honest. You could be honest.
I don't know.
No, come on. No confidence.
He slide. He can move.
He's a little shifty, though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my dog. He can move. Yeah.
What about the receiver group? I feel like there's just so many guys. You kind of mentioned it already.
Yeah.
There are so many guys that have good hands, are solid, and can, you guys cycle in like 6-7 different guys that Barry can throw the ball to.
Like I said, the bond we got is just, they like brothers. Everybody's like brothers.
Yeah.
We all here for the same reason. We got to do what we got to do. So we all just lock in, keep pushing each other to do better and better.
You were here in 2019, played against Gulf Coast. Obviously, you were here through last year, too, with the ups and downs with that. Has all that you've been through kind of changed how you feel about football? Do you have even more appreciation almost for it, especially now getting back to fall football, getting back to somewhat of a regular season?
Well, everything that went on, like playing again, like it opened my eyes. Like this game ain't nothing to be played with. Like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it while you got a chance to do it, because there's no telling what can happen. So the best bet is to do what you got to do early. Don't wait until it's too late. Get it done.
How do you kind of tell some of the younger kids that too? How do you kind of impart that wisdom on them? Because you're kind of the elder statesman, really, when you think about it on this team.
I look at it as what you want to do, how you want your people to live.
Yeah.
How you want them, where you want them to live at, how you want the environment they live in. That's how I look at it. What
kind of drew you to come to Lackawanna College? What was it that spoke to you about this is the place where you can do your thing and kind of grow and become an adult here?
Coach Duda.
Yeah. What was it like meeting him for the first time?
He was a little scary.
Was it intense?
Yeah. He was a little scary.
Was there a part of you that was a little frightened off about it, but then another part maybe a little still curious?
His voice, like when he's serious, he's serious. You know he's serious. So when he was talking to me, I was like, oh yeah, he's serious. So I needed that seriousness because I never had like somebody to actually be serious with me. So when he was talking to me, he was serious, and I was feeling his energy. So I was like, yeah.
He seems like the kind of person, at least even from watching film, you could hear his voice pretty much anywhere on the field, right?
Anywhere. Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're doing things right?
Got you. Yeah.
So he kind of brought you here, and then when you got on campus, was it just a natural fit for you?
Yeah, with the people too. Like I said again, people are different places, but we all here for the same reason. So yeah, when I met new people, we all talked about how our life was. It just added up to be the same. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Well, congrats, by the way, on your UMass offer.
Thank you.
So that came through. I'm sure it's the first of many to come for you. We know you want to play football the next level, but what do you want to do? Like, what do you? Football is one thing, yeah. What are you studying? What do you want to try to get into?
And I studied in business, but to be honest, I would want to become a coach. To be honest,
yeah.
I would want to help other kids get to the next level. Yeah.
Is there's something about football and kind of talking
football. Yeah.
Well, and you've kind of touched on it. You got kids from different backgrounds and all that, and how that has kind of helped them get out of those situations, right?
Yeah. So that's why how I look at it. Like I said before, how you want your environment to live. Mm-hmm. So I will help the kids with no good environment. I will help them try to push on to the next level with the football. Yeah.
Right. What pumps you up from your teammates when you're on? You're not out there. Maybe you're watching the defense, or you're watching like special teams or something like that. What's something that pumps you up from your teammates, gets you ready to go out there and make something happen?
When the whole team just start yelling, like they just get real lit. Like, I just be feeling like a different lit.
So you need noise.
Yeah, like. I ain't gonna lie. I need the defense to talk a little smack.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I like them type of.
You're strong in silence, okay, but you need noise a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
I need a little bit of noise.
Well, you've
push me harder a little bit.
And I feel like you've got some kids on that defensive side that can do that, right?
Yeah, they get it done. Yeah,
I talked to Harold earlier today, and he's certainly one that kind of does that. I know, was it Billy Hackett?
Yeah.
Running around. Hitting people way harder than he should be.
Yeah.
They fly, and that's good to know, because I mean I've always found that makes it most fun, right? Is when your sideline is behind you, when you're able to cheer on your teammates and or even your teammates are out there really kind of exerting that kind of effort.
Definitely.
That gets you going, right?
Definitely. When you look over, the whole sideline screaming your name, yeah, it's a good feeling.
What's your kind of go-to here on campus? Because athletes, nutrition's important and all that, but what's the kind of standby for you when you go to the CAF? The thing that you need to eat when you're there. Could be good, could be bad. It doesn't have to be healthy. No one's going to judge you here.
I drink mostly orange juice there.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Orange juice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
A lot of vitamin C.
I eat the blueberry muffins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Falcons does.
All right. What about in your free time? Being a student and a football player commands a lot of time, but your downtime, what are you doing? You're playing video games, just hanging?
Yeah, just hanging around with the people in the dorm.
Yeah.
Play around, talk.
Well, that's got to be an opportunity for you guys to bond a lot more too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
After, because going through football practices and training camps and all that, as tough as it is,
Definitely.
but then you guys get to hang out. What about pregame routines? Everybody certainly has a superstition thing they want to do. What goes through your mind when you're getting ready for a game?
Listen to my music, my motivational speeches. For some reason, I drink 2 bottles of water before every game, because during the game I don't drink water.
Yeah.
So I would say the 2 bottles of water before every game.
So you need to hydrate right away
Definitely.
and get yourself there. What music do you listen to?
Listen to turned up music.
Yeah, like a lot of like rap and.
Yeah.
Okay. Just things with a lot of bass and a lot of energy.
Yeah, definitely. A bunch of yelling.
It's all yelling for you,
all
right?
Yelling. Yeah.
So Delvin, what are your goals for the rest of the season? You mentioned kind of one game at a time. What do you want to see your team do these next 4 games and for whatever comes next?
I wanna win all out. I wanna see us dig deep and still show people that we really can do it. So I wanna win all these games, the rest of our games.
Well, and I mentioned before you were on the 2019 team.
Yes.
You've seen what it takes, right?
Right.
You've seen what those teams had to do to get there.
Yes. I mean, we don't have those players, but we have players that can do the same. I feel like we have an opportunity. Some of these players here, there's some ups and downs there, but we still can be successful.
Yeah. Well, it starts this weekend with Sussex, and then you guys got big trip out to Utah and down to Georgia and all that, but we certainly wish you good luck. We thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Congratulations, Athlete of the Week.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on all your success, and we'll see what happens with football as the season winds down. We'll keep things moving. For Delvin, I'm Tom Ferguson. This has been our Athlete of the Week interview. We'll have more. Stick with us.
Each one of us has a dream. The challenge in today's world is how to achieve it. Now, more than ever, that's the case. Don't fall behind on your dreams or your college education. You can take your general education classes in English, math, and social science locally at Lackawanna College. Our credits transfer to most colleges, so you won't fall behind. Call Lackawanna College today to find out how you can stay home, stay safe, and still pursue your college education. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
We are back on the Falcons Corner. Big shout out to Delvin and Harold. We missed their interviews, a couple weeks ago, but, we'll always get caught up with them. They asked me in the weight room, Coach, what about my interview? I was like, we'll get you. We'll get you. You're busy, hanging. We're busy, Tom's busy,
Makes them want it more. The fact that they want to be interviewed to be on the show.
First thing they asked me.
Is something that shows the validity and the value of this program.
Yep.
And it's awesome for that everybody gets to see that they're not just people. Or like kids, really, kids to me, that are running around on a football field, and you don't really get to see the human side of them.
They're good
I think
dudes.
it's really cool.
Yeah, they're good dudes, and I know we'll get to Bill eventually. He's out there thrilling people, so he doesn't have time for interviews, But we would be remiss if we didn't mention esports and get a little update on esports. So. We'll go to Tom. Tom, I know you mentioned something about Rocket League and stuff, right?
Yeah, earlier this week, Monday night, Rocket League got a win in their NACE competition, that's a really tough division for them to be in, but they got a win. And then they played the NJCAA, and they're still doing well in that. I think they're 5-1, 6-1, something like that. But they won a 3-2 thriller over Barton Community College. It went the distance, but it was a nice win for them. Overwatch lost their match on Monday, but they get back in action in the NJCAA on Friday. And we've, of course, got Valorant, who's still undefeated on Thursday nights.
Good.
So they got their match coming up Thursday night, same time as basketball.
Do they have postseason stuff coming up soon?
I think there will be tournaments or maybe some postseason. I don't exactly know how it works out, but Teddy will keep us updated on exactly.
You know how you can find out all that information?
Where?
Twitch.
Whoa.
I think. Or do you just watch the gameplay on Twitch?
You can watch the gameplay on Twitch, but you can go to LackawannaFalcons.com and we'll have the schedules and
all that
everything
stuff.
else.
They have their own fancy little tab on their website on the LackawannaFalcons.com. You just click on esports and get all that info.
And I think NACE and the NJCAA each run their end of season tournaments differently. Because I know last year we made the national championship match, and I think in 2 different games with the NJCAA. It was like an 8-team tournament or 16-team tournament. They were knocking them out, but who knows how different that might be this year as they've gotten more schools that are involved and more schools in general, and then more that are competing regardless of COVID.
Yep.
So, yeah, Coach Delaney and Coach Bobby D and Coach Eskra.
The whole crew down there. So best of luck to them as they keep, we talked about how they had to start winning, and they are. So, hopefully they keep that rolling.
Rough start, but that's how you finish.
And then best of luck, again, like we've already mentioned, men's basketball this upcoming Thursday here at the Union or on the LC Fan Network.
Wrestling.
That's right.
Wrestling opens up this Saturday. They're going to Penn State Mont Alto for the King of the Mont / King of the Mat duels.
Good.
Down at Penn State.
So we, of course,
there's about 110 athletes.
Good.
We're bringing down a number of our wrestlers. Coach Barbary's career opener here, season opener for the team. And
do we have to wish them good luck? Because we've already wishing everyone good luck. Like, is it too much luck we're wishing on everybody?
Do we need that much luck? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, we want the men to win. Football's got a huge day Saturday. Do we have enough luck in our system to give it to wrestling too?
Maybe they don't need luck. They're just already prepared.
All right, good. No, of course we want to.
Everybody's always prepared.
We of course we want to wish them good luck.
Everybody the best.
I'm just kidding. So especially with Coach Barbary getting started, but that gives us a lot more to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, good. So
I'm looking forward to
football. Huge one on Saturday.
Yes.
Keep their postseason hopes alive. Try to get a bowl bid.
Right.
And get back in climb up those national polls and stuff too. So again, best of luck to our athletes. Stay up to date. LackawannaFalcons.com, all our social media platforms, YouTube, LC Fan Network. It's
Instagram,
all out there.
Twitch.
Call me. Call Danny.
Yeah.
Dan Berg. Call him.
Dan Berg, 570-961-0700. It's the athletics number. Boom, we get it in.
Good.
Call. Give us a chat.
Awesome.
Email Tom.
Yep, and that link for the game on Saturday will be email Tom. Will be on our social media site.
Yeah.
So best of luck to our athletes competing. A lot to talk about next week. Let's cut it off now because then we won't have enough in us to talk next week.
No, I'll be too tired.
Yes, beautiful.
All right.
Have a great week, Falcons. We'll see you next week. Take flight.